Focus on my brake lights.
Ain't turning back. Now that I'm back on track, yeah. Take my word from it. Put a couple bands on it. And I don't plan on letting people turn me. No. You can say what you want. I'ma keep pressing on. I can't go pop that thing like I'm feeling green. Yeah. Talking to my past like focus on my brake lights. Cruising to my future now.
Hello and
Hi.
welcome to Breaking the Silence. We're so glad that you are joining us here for the next hour. I know when you hear that music come on, you say what?
My girls are on the screen.
No, my favorite girls. Remember?
Yes.
My favorite girls are on the screen. And today we have a great show in store for you. If you kind of look at the younger generation and say, what's going on with them? Is it them? Is it the parents? What's going on? Well, today's show is going to answer all of that. We're going to be diving into that topic. And that topic, kids are different today, or are we just parenting differently? So this should sum up what today's show is going to be all about. And we have something special in the studio, but we're going to be getting into that in just a moment. We're also going to be doing zoom in and zoom out.
I think I need to get my glasses checked. I don't know. When I play
should've brought my
this game, when I play this game, sometimes I don't see it the way I think I'm seeing it.
I mean, yes. Like once it zooms out all the way, you're like,
But
But when it's blurry, it's a little difficult. It's a little difficult to see. All right, and we have a question. Are you ready for the question?
I'm ready.
All right, so what is something kids today will never understand about growing up that you secretly wish they could experience?
I think playing outside. You know, like having to play outside, being forced to communicate with people face to face without like doing it over the screen or texting, like actually having that face-to-face conversations.
Yes. So for me, it kind of goes hand in hand with what you're saying. For me, it was like, I remember when we would get on our bikes and we decide to go on adventures. So you get on a bike, we weren't too sure where we were gonna go. There was always some woods near the house or a bayou that you can kind of ride down. And you get to kind of just play around and use your imagination and just kind of get lost.
Be back before the street lights.
Yes. You start to see it's getting dim and you're like, we gotta get home. And it was amazing. We always made it home. No matter how far we got out of the neighborhood.
You a speed race.
With no GPS, with no map. It was just like somehow we would look at landmarks to be able to figure out.
Did I turn here? Did we turn there? And you just get lost getting back too.
But eventually you make it home before the street lights come on, which is the important part.
Exactly.
And like I said, we have something special in today's program. We have a special guest. Let us welcome Yaz to the program. Yes! So excited to have you here on the show. You are you have such great perspective because you are a mom and a teacher, so you're going to be able to give us the insight that we
both
need.
sides of the coin.
Yes, so I know it's going to be a great, great conversation. I cannot wait to dive into that. But let me ask you the same question. What's something kids today will never understand about growing up that you secretly wish they could experience?
I believe making friends. Kids have a hard time making friends. And it's because they're on the devices. I never had a device as a kid, and they don't know how to properly communicate with another child. And if the kid does want to play with a toy, or if you guys watch Toy Story, if the child in the movie wanted to play with the toy and they were making fun of her, she was 8 years old. And it's like, I remember being 8 and I still played with baby dolls and I was excited of the new Baby Alive. And it's like, they don't get to experience the toys that we got to experience. They don't get to experience the friendships we got to experience. Like, hey girl, you wanna like play dress up and like do my hair? They don't know how to do that. They don't, they don't know how to use their imaginations. And they have a really, really hard time just making friends and making fun out of nothing. Like, I remember I used to cook with leaves and sticks from outside. And like, oh, I'm cooking, I'm making something, and my friends will pretend to eat it. But now it's like, they don't know how to do that. And being a teacher, I see it all the time during recess. They don't know what to do outside sometimes. They just sit there. Yeah.
I think we need to send the kids out more often to go outside and play and get off of those devices. But I know that from your response, this conversation is going to be very enlightening, very informative. So if you are a parent out there, if you take care of children, if you mentor children, you're an aunt, you're an uncle, or you just want to be able to connect and understand kids a little bit better, and the parents, you're gonna want to stay tuned for this show because we're going to be diving really deep into this topic. But we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Laugh, learn, and love with Breaking the Silence. We'll be right back.
You're not gonna get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Is that inner voice a little too harsh? Breaking the Silence offers guidance on cultivating self-compassion.
I'm not going to put myself down. I'm not going to say these negative things or think that I'm the worst person in the world. No, because as long as you're recognizing it, then that's already a first step.
Step 1. Notice the negative talk. Become aware of when your inner critic is loudest. Step 2. Challenge the thoughts. Ask yourself, is this truly accurate? Would I say this to a friend? Step 3. Replace with kindness. Speak to yourself with the same understanding and empathy you offer others. You deserve your own compassion. Don't let self-doubt silence your potential. Find your strength. Break the silence and join the conversation. Tune in to Breaking the Silence weekdays on ULFN. Visit watchulfn.org to connect with the BTS community and discover resources to empower your journey.
Human trafficking is slavery.
And it happens all over America.
Any child, any woman, any man could potentially become a victim of human trafficking.
I am a victim of labor trafficking.
I was victim of child sex trafficking, but now I own my body.
Human trafficking is any kind of forced labor.
It can happen to anybody.
I am a mother.
I am an author.
I am a son.
I'm an advocate.
I am an educator.
I'm a sister.
I am a brother.
I'm so much more than what happened to me. I am strong.
I am brave.
I am outspoken.
I am compassionate.
I am a survivor.
I'm a survivor.
I am a survivor.
I am a survivor.
I am a survivor.
I am a survivor of human trafficking.
On Breaking the Silence, we aim to broaden your horizons on a variety of topics.
If it wasn't for that mistake, we wouldn't be where we're at now.
Beneficial advice you can use in your daily life.
The more we complain, the more harm we're doing to ourselves.
Let's explore today's topic together on Breaking the Silence.
Are kids different today, or are we just parenting differently? That is such a loaded question, and I think yes on both sides. So I think that kids are definitely growing up a lot faster nowadays because they have so much information right at their fingertips that otherwise we would not have available to us when we were younger. I remember it was like we would be children and doing children things. We'd have children magazines, we would have children shows, we would have things that were like geared towards us and not always geared towards the adults like we're seeing nowadays. And that's why I'm so glad that we have Yaz with us, joining us in this conversation, because your perspective is so unique that we don't share, because you get to see both sides of the coins, right? You get to see in your own house how you parent your child, how you teach your children growing up, but then you also see how other households are raising their children and the effect that it's having in school. So this question is open to both of you, so either one of you can chime in. But do you think that children are growing up too fast? Do you think it's the parenting style? And do you think that maybe having so much access to information is what is creating these fast-growing children?
For sure. Yeah, I definitely believe they're growing up too fast. It's definitely social media, and it's definitely the parenting. You control your household, you're the parent, you set the boundaries, what the kids are allowed to do, what they're not allowed to do. But a lot of these parents in this generation, they want to be best friends with their child and not parent their child. It's like, you can still be, your fun parent, but discipline, consequences, age appropriate. And they tend to want to be best friends with their kid and not really parent them. And so kids lack a lot of manners, or even just having the mind of a child. Just they lack it. They think too far ahead, and some things that they say, even in my classroom, like you said, I'm just like you're 7 years old. What are you saying? Like,
you have no idea.
You don't even know. You have no idea.
And I completely agree with that, because I also think that children don't have anything catered to them, as she was saying earlier. And before, we had artists, I remember growing up, we had Little Bow Wow, we had Little Romeo. We had kids who we can look up to. The songs we were singing would be kids songs, And nowadays the kids are singing Megan Thee Stallion and Sabrina Carpenter. You're just looking why are you even singing this song? But there's also no fear anymore with a lot of parents. If the teacher says oh, I'm going to call your mom, some of them okay, go ahead, call my mom. Because they know that the mom is not going to listen and be well, what does she do? What does she say? The mom is going to be why are you calling me? You need to take care of her while she's there. Or they're going to jump to the child's defense without even hearing what they did wrong. So they know, okay, you call my mom. There's not going to be any consequence. Nothing's going to happen to me. So go ahead. I don't care. And it's back in the day, you will be please do not call my mom. I promise I'll be okay. I'll be quiet. Don't do it. And it's today, they don't care anymore.
Oh, no, yeah, I can definitely agree to that. They don't care. They'll tell you straight to your face. My mom, she didn't do anything last time you called her, and I'm well, you're not gonna have recess. You're gonna be punished. Recess. You can't use my reading corner today. It's just and it's hard. It takes a village really to, for a child to, send them out their way for life. It does take a village, the teachers, the parents, the grandparents. It really does take a village. And when parents lack working with the child, they don't really understand at the end of the day, it's not me that loses, because they're going to go back to you. You're going to be upset if they end up somewhere you don't want them to end up.
And then ask, why are you here?
Right.
Why is this happening? Well,
why?
You got to look at what's happening in the childhood. How are we teaching these kids to grow up? I've noticed a lot now in the soft parenting era, where it's just the parents are so afraid to discipline their children because they don't want to be like their parents were, right? They want to do the complete opposite, which can be kind of dangerous, because now we're seeing a lot of kids growing up with this entitlement that nobody can tell them anything, that they are never wrong, that there's no punishment, and they're the ones that run the house and not the parents. Which, when they're 2, 3, or 4, it's cute to give them the choices. What do you want to eat for dinner? What do you want to dress? Because as parents, we want kids to find their individuality. We want kids to grow up and, stand for their own voice and have thoughts and opinions. But what happens when we are giving them too much say, and then now they're 5, 6, 7 years old, saying that they're the ones that run the house, they're the ones that run the classroom. And so I think as parents, we're forcing these kids without realizing it. We're forcing them to make decisions that adults are making. So by doing that, do you think that maybe we're forcing these kids to grow up a little bit too fast?
We're definitely forcing them to grow up too fast, because the whole point of childhood is to not know, right? So it's like to not know, to kind of like explore. But it's like once they have that notion, like, oh, I know this, I know that, this is what I want. Like I remember as a child, like if my mom told me to do something, there was no questions. Like you go, you do it. And now the kids are like, well, why do I have to do it? And the parents explain it. But then it's like sometimes as you go older in life, your boss is just going to tell you to do something. They're not going to say like, well, you have to do this because of this. And if you don't do it, you're going to get fired. But it's kind of teaching kids that everything has to be explained to them, that everything has to be their way. And if it's not their way, then they have every right to, have a tantrum, or they have every right to act out. And as they get older, not even just like, adolescence, but like once they hit the teenage to adult years, that's really gonna have an effect on them because they don't have that discipline, as we were saying. They don't have that, just know that's it, because they have to get in their mind like, no, I can't do it. Why? Well, I don't know why, but I know that I can't do it, and I have to listen, because they don't have that listening skills or that obedience skills anymore.
Yeah, because it's not something that is enforced at all. And I think that is the problem. And that is a very dangerous road that we're going down. And it's kind of scary to imagine, like, what are going to be the results? What are the teenage or what are the 20s going to look like? We kind of have to brace ourselves for that.
We're seeing it even today. Like you see, I think I was talking to like a car salesman, and he was telling us that he used to be a middle school teacher, and he was like, that is the worst stage. Like, it's so horrible. Yeah. They're so horrible. They're like this. And we're just like, why? He was just saying, like, they have no fear. It's like, and you see, like, kids are fighting teachers. Oh, yeah. They're hitting the principal. They're doing all of these things that, as children, we would never think of doing it. Like, if I did that, my mom would embarrass me in front of okay, you want to do that in front of everybody, so now everybody's going to see what happens when you do that.
Yeah. Be dragged out of school by your ear, and you're screaming, no, I'm so sorry.
And the other kids are like, you're doomed.
I know it's gonna happen to you, and you get home.
And they kind of get that fear too, like, dang, I don't want my mom to do it. But now it's like they see the moms go and fight the teacher, even though like the child hit the teacher, the mom will go fight the teacher too. And you're just like, no, you're teaching your child wrong.
Yeah, exactly. And you as a teacher, I'm sure you have seen a very big difference. So even in the past few years, I mean, social media and just information in general has really just progressed so much. So have you seen in like the past few years a big difference in maybe the attitude, the demeanor, the way they're dressing? Give us a little insight on what you're seeing.
So I have first graders. I had to deal with hearing like, you ain't got no edges. Like, what do you know about edges? Like, what do you know about edges at 6 years old? And what do you know about it being laid? You know, and it's like, what do you mean, Miss Rodriguez, you laid your edges today? Like, they'll add, like, I see you got, okay, girl. Like, it's like, where are you?
Who am I talking to?
Who am I talking to? Or like, they'll start doing these TikTok dances, and like, no, because some of them I'm just like, no. Inappropriate, singing those songs, and like, what's her name? Sexy Red? Oh my gosh, she got a song, and I'm like, no. And then like one day, a mom did make a comment one day, well, what's so bad about her singing? And I looked up, and I said, oh no, this conversation's not gonna be.
That's the problem.
Yeah, and I was like, see, now we're not gonna have this conversation in front of your child, because I already know where it's gonna go. But it's just, it's definitely social media, the way they talk, the way they dress, they're tying. I mean, I did see something that we used to do on 2-3 different teenagers. I don't know if you guys ever tied the back of your big t-shirts with a hair tie. I did see that. I did see that for like field day, but like the way they're dressing, the makeup. Yeah. My mom would rest in peace. Because if I even wear a little bit of liner, even a mascara, and I try to I remember I was scared to wipe it off before my mom got home. Wipe it off. Even if she saw a smudge. Oh, that's like a 2-month, in the room. You're not leaving nowhere. You're not going nowhere. Like, there's no fear. Like you said, there's no fear, and the kids think we're at the same, like, you could talk to me the way, however, like if I was talking to your mom. And I remember one day a little girl came into my classroom. She was like 14, little for me. So you you yelled at my little sister? And I'm like, my mom told me I could come here and be, and I'm like, I wasn't even here. I had COVID. Like, what are we talking about? I'm lost, you know, but parents are sending their teenagers.
Yeah.
If like, let's say to go fight, you know, and I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? Like, I've been out with the rhinovirus, the COVID, what is going on? Like, you know, so it's just like parents not getting the full story, automatic, my child is right. They're like, my child can do no wrong. I remember it didn't matter what the teacher said. The teacher was right.
Yes.
My mom was like, say no more, Miss Smith, I'm coming. Like, she would pull up.
Exactly.
So.
My mom too, like she, with the quickness, and she like, you want me to sit in the class? Like, I'll sit there, and she's like, I'll embarrass you. I'll come with like the bonnet on. And nowadays kids, like they don't care how they look. There's no parents. They're there with like pajamas and bonnets and all these things. Oh my gosh. And for us, that used to be like an embarrassment. Like, oh my God.
And wearing the stars on their face. Like, the pimple patches are not a style. Like,
that's not a style. Like, can we please stop doing that? Please, because you're looking a little ridiculous walking around with this.
Yeah.
But to them, it's like a fashion thing.
I don't. They want to grow up so bad. I'm like, you have no idea.
Yeah, like I want to go back to your age. Go back. Like, it's not as fun as you think.
No, it's not.
You just see the glamorized side of it through the social media and through the fun side. But then when the bills come, and then work comes, and then the demands come, and then you got to figure out what you're going to eat for dinner. You got to figure out all those things. You're going to be like, why can't I just go back home and let my mom worry about all this stuff so I can just relax and play with my friends? So.
No, for sure.
We gave a lot here to talk about, but I know you have so much more to talk about. So we're just going to have to take a quick break, give our viewers a little bit of time to take in everything that we discussed. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to be back with Zoom In, Zoom Out. So stay tuned.
Got a dream on the back burner? It's time to ignite that fire. Breaking the Silence brings you the tools and motivation you need to unleash your potential. Don't change that channel.
Everyone loves a champion, someone whose performance puts them head and shoulders above the rest. But not all champions wear a medal or hoist a trophy. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. We believe abuse can be prevented by taking a hard look at how we coach, how we train, and how we interact after the last whistle. We have provided over 2 million safe sport trainings. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job, it's our promise.
Being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health.
Find the resources you need
to make your mental health a priority.
Love your mind.
Let's continue the power of connection. Breaking the Silence, where women come together to uplift, support, and celebrate each other. Your journey continues right here.
All right, zoom in, zoom out. Not too sure how this segment is going to go. Shaidia, are you ready?
I'm semi-ready.
Well, you're more ready for it than I am. So the category is Guess That Brand. I don't know how well I know brands.
Yeah, I feel like as a woman, you don't really need to know brands as much as like a man, because like men are like more like brand oriented, and women, we can just go in like Walmart and buy a pair of shoes that we like, and it's just like, oh, those are cute, and you don't even care about what brand it is.
Really? Because I think women really do care about brands.
Maybe
they walk
just
around
like
with their purses and their shoes. What is it? The red bottoms?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all about.
I guess it just depends on who you are.
It depends on the woman.
Yeah,
for sure.
I will totally rock those Walmart shoes.
And sometimes those Walmart shoes
and tell you I got it from Walmart too. I'll be like, I got these from Walmart.
I got them on clearance. $5.99. Go get you a pair. All right, so let us see. Hopefully we do good. We shall see. All right, so if you are new to the show and you've never seen this segment, we're going to have an image that is very, very blurry, and it's going to slowly zoom out. And we have to guess what it is before it zooms out all the way. All right, but we have a limited time, so we only have like 8 to 10 seconds.
Okay.
All right, so let us see our first one.
Oh, is this M&M's? Is it? Yes, no. I don't know. Oh, yay. Yeah. See, y'all didn't tell me it was gonna be candy. I got candy. I'm thinking it's gonna be like clothes.
So brands is basically anything. It'll be any kind of brand.
Okay, so I feel a little more comfortable. Yeah.
Food,
I was like, is
anything.
that? I don't know. This is candy. But okay. I
but
think
you got it.
Yeah, I got it.
All right. Let's see the next one.
She's typing. Oh, wait.
Ketchup.
Yeah, wait, but that's not the name of it.
Oh, it's a brand. Hold on.
It's like Heinz or something like that.
Heinz.
Yeah, right?
Oh, man.
Ha, I got you.
You got it.
I'm like, of course it's ketchup. What's the name? It's the name of it.
Hey, at least I guessed the item, all right? Do I get a half a point for that?
No.
Yes. All right.
No half a point.
Me. Thank
None
you.
at all.
Oh, man.
Yes, unfortunately.
Gosh. Okay. All right.
Next one. Oh. Is this Ben & Jerry's?
How you know that from that image?
The little corner with the B.
I couldn't, a B, I didn't even see a B.
Listen, I told you.
You're like, I know that shade of blue. I know.
I don't even eat Ben & Jerry's.
But you're an ice cream connoisseur.
Exactly.
You love that ice cream.
I like ice cream.
Okay, well, I should have brought some ice cream for me to eat while I play this game. Let's see the next one.
Oh. Doritos.
Yes.
Yeah. See, I feel much better. That is food.
Now you feel a lot more confident that you're going to be able to take the crown.
Snacks that I eat is coming in handy. Yes, my snack
closet is full. Who knew that you were doing research and gaining knowledge just for the win in today's show?
Just for the win today.
All right, let's see the next one. I don't know.
Is that a Band-Aid?
Yeah.
Yay.
This game, it's naughty.
Okay, I'm not gonna write right away. I'll give you.
No, go ahead.
I'll give you some
Ahead.
seconds.
I don't need a second. Because I might just stare at it anyways and just be like, I don't know what it is.
See, my glasses work today, y'all.
Win. Yes.
I think
I know the drink, but I don't know the name.
Is it Starbucks?
Is it? It's Starbucks?
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking one of those like bubble tea.
At first I thought it was a matcha tea, but then I'm like,
How'd you know that was Starbucks?
I would think you would know it's Starbucks.
I don't get Starbucks cups that have straws like that with the lid on top like that.
Yeah, no, I don't really drink Starbucks, but if I do, I'm definitely getting the most fanciest drink possible.
Yeah, but they don't have those kind of lids on top of them.
Yeah, if you get the one with the whipped cream.
Good guess. But it's plastic, like a dome. Okay. All right, let's see the next one.
So of course you got this one. Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, fries.
I'm like, let me hurry up. She's writing fast.
I said, I know this one, guys. Hold on.
The waffle fries gave it away.
Yes. That was the clue.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Next one. I can't eat this. Oreos. I can't eat it though.
So sad.
Yeah, no chocolate.
They're so yummy.
I know. I eat the Oreos.
The I don't think I've had those.
Okay.
All right. Next one. What's that? Coca-Cola?
I was putting that too, yeah. You would think that I would know what that is.
Yeah, I was writing Coke and I was like, no, I gotta write the brand name.
I put Coke and then I put Cola.
Yeah, me too. I was like, hold on, I'm not losing this
you
point.
You would think I would know exactly what that one is. I'm like, is
that
it
shade of red? I know.
Okay,
all right,
next
let's see the next one.
Oh, wait.
Dawn.
Yeah. Yes. At first I put magic eraser. It was something with cleaning. And then I started putting Dawn when I saw the no scrubby or something like that. No scrubby. So that was the last
wasn't
one.
too bad.
Yeah.
You did much better than you thought you did.
Exactly, because it was food.
This is true. The food you got pretty quickly.
Exactly.
The other items, a little about.
Exactly. So drum roll, please.
Who is the winner? Yay!
Okay, am I doing it?
The clean wave.
I'm not moving my head, so I'm doing better, right?
You're getting it. You're getting it.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I finally got my crown back.
Yes. Wear it.
Yes.
All right, so while Shaitia enjoys her crown, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with our part 2 of the interview.
Feeling seen? Feeling heard? You're right where you belong. Don't go anywhere. More empowering conversations, insightful discussions, and the voices that matter most are coming right up on Breaking the Silence. We're just getting started. Stay with us.
Having low income can mean making tough choices. Choosing between paying for food or medication or a place to live is a reality for many people. Do you know someone who could use some extra help? Find out about the Supplemental Security Income Program, SSI. You could receive monthly SSI payments if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. SSI is money you can use to help pay for basic needs, like putting food on the table, keeping the lights on, paying the rent. It can mean new shoes for growing feet or help with medical needs. Call 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSI to schedule an appointment or start to apply today. That's ssa.gov/SSI. Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Hungry for something real? Not fast food. Soul food. Welcome to the Soul Food Podcast with Bishop Joshua. This is where truth is served. Truth that strengthens your faith and sustains you through real life. Bible-based messages that are practical, relatable, and meet you right where you are.
If you have a physical enemy, you know how to fight. But once the enemy is invisible, only the power of God.
No hype, no gimmicks. Just real spiritual nourishment for everyday living. Streaming now on all major platforms. Come hungry, leave nourished. Because when your faith is fed, it can't be defeated.
Explore the road to success with inspiring guests, motivational tips to change your life for the better, and entrepreneurs advertising their business. Now, today's guest.
All right, so we are joined back here with Yaz. So as we were talking about before, we were talking about how the childhood has changed so much, how parenting has changed so much, and how those two things go hand in hand. And how your experience and insight gives us a whole new perspective in this conversation because you have both children and you deal with children every single day. And it's not just like one group of children, as you were telling me before the show started, that you take care of a vast group of people. So it's like from, if I'm not mistaken, it's kindergarten or first grade to
So I
12th grade?
teach, you're saying like of me watching?
No, yeah, in the school.
In the school, kinder all the way up till 12th grade.
So you get to see every single year how the kids are developing, because you see them when they come into your classroom in first grade, and then you see as they're growing.
Yeah.
And so you can kind of see the influence of parenting, you can see the influence of social media and of friends. So you get a very, very unique perspective. So we're going to kind of dig into that perspective in this segment. So my first question that I would like to ask you is, what do you think that children are saying without actually using their words?
I can think of a funny one in my classroom. You know, kids, they're very blunt. But if they're really sweet, they're gonna kind of sugarcoat it. So it's like some kids are not used to the braids, so sometimes I'll get boho braids. And I had one little girl say, "Miss Rodriguez, your hair looking a little, it's different. It's crazy, different crazy." And she wanted to say, "I don't really like you with that hairstyle. I really like you when you have your hair straight." But kids, if they don't really like you, they're gonna say exactly how they feel. They're gonna tell you how it is. But if they do like you, they're gonna sugarcoat it and they're gonna say like, "Well, I had listening to conversations at tables as I'm walking around. I'm not trying to be mean. Let's pretend the friend is Patrick. But what you eat? What did you eat? Kind of they're not gonna say your breast stinks. They're trying to ask, what did you eat? Because it's just like, so kids, they'll sugarcoat it if they like you, but they'll really tell you straight up, especially this generation. They will tell you.
They won't hold back.
Oh no, they won't. They will tell you how it is. One time I was walking by and the hallway, funny, not funny, but it's because you don't expect what the kids are gonna say. So
especially
it's like
when it comes out of such a small little body.
Yeah.
That's a grown-up comment that you just said out of this tiny little body.
Yeah, and so it's like I'm a first grade teacher, so kids can only say like, but when you hear the fifth graders, it's like, I heard fifth grader girls talking, "Girl, did you see that substitute's wig? Oh my God, it's like not laid or something." And I'm like, what? Like, how do you even know what a laid wig is? And it's just like, kids, they always try to fit in. And so they say certain things and, or even like in a serious note, when kids are trying to tell me that they're being bullied in a way, but they don't really want to say it because they're scared. They literally have fear. So they'll be like, so-and-so is bothering me a little too much. I've had kids tell me that. I'm like, bothering you. And I'm seeing like, I'm observing, the child and the interaction. I'm like, oh no, that's straight up bullying.
Yeah.
Like, that's straight up bullying. And, the child doesn't want to say anything because they might lose him as a friend. Or if I've seen one little girl be like, "If you wear the same pink bow as me, we're not going to be friends." And I'm just like, it's just like, they're so mean. This generation is mean. And my son starts kinder next year. And I'm just like, they're so mean. This generation is just so mean.
As you're talking about like how kids, they don't care, they're blunt, they'll say whatever they want, Is there a rule that you have in the school that's in place that even though the kids might complain about it, they might not understand why that rule is there, but you say like it's necessary? Is there like one rule that no matter if they like it or not, you're keeping it?
Yeah, one rule is in my classroom, for sure, like walking in a straight line at a voice level 0. That is non-negotiable. The reason, although they don't understand the reason is for me, it's like it gets too chaotic and it's 30 of y'all, one of me, no co-teacher. I need to keep in track how you guys are walking into the classroom. And as small it may seem in the outside world, like if a kid gets pushed and hurt, it's big in the teacher world. Like you're being brought into the principal's office, you're being investigated, how the child got hurt, how did it happen, what were you doing when the child got hurt? Like the time frames, and it's just like interrogation, and the kids don't understand why they have to be quiet in a single straight line. Well, it's because it's 4 different groups of 30 to 35 kids switching to different subjects. And it's if you don't keep them controlled in a straight line, that transition is gonna be a mess. A lot of things happen in that hallway. Somebody poking me with a pencil on my back. It's just like one finger on the mouth like this and the other hand on the back. And you're looking forward. You're not turning around, and that just keeps them walking in. Put your backpacks behind your chair, sit like a star, wait for my direction. It just they're little, so they're not understanding. But if I wasn't to keep that rule, like walk in at a voice level 0, standing in a straight line, walk to your specific seat. If I don't do that, it's gonna be a hot mess. Johnny, I don't know where Johnny is. I can't keep count. I can't count the kids right. So they don't understand. They're little, but I'm pretty sure if I didn't have the class like controlled, they would get overstimulated themselves.
And I think that kids wish that there was more discipline. They would never like speak up about it. They might not even be able to put their finger on it and know that that's what is missing. But I think a lot of kids lack that kind of discipline. So the fact that you have that discipline in your classroom is teaching them that they need to listen, that they need to obey, even when they don't understand it. So something that I'm sure you experience often is always some kind of crazy situation that happens in your classroom. What would you say is one situation that parents would be surprised to find out about that actually happened in the classroom almost every day?
There is a lot. There's, there's things where I'm like, oh, they have to be a fly on the wall because it's just no way. Like, there was one time, well, that happens every day, kids doing TikTok, doing their little TikTok dance, the other one has a paper cut, the other kid is running from south and west and around my classroom, and then the other one had an accident because he didn't raise his hand and did the signal for the bathroom. And it's just like, no matter what, sometimes the kids are too overstimulated because I'm gonna go back. Even the school system, they forget that these kids are kids. They want us to force them for an hour and 20-minute class, ELA writing for an hour and 20 minutes for a 6-year-old. It is 7-year-old, it's not.
I don't remember classrooms being that long.
Like
that's
not until you got like older.
Yeah, no, they're that long, and it's so like, they're getting these kids because they want our school to hit numbers, and they're also taking away their childhood.
Yeah.
So it's everybody. It's the education system, parents at home, parents if you have multiple kids. I ain't gonna tell you how to parent, but the oldest shouldn't be taking care of all the other 7. I see it all the time. Hey, Miss Rodriguez, can I get so-and-so and so-and-so? I have to go get my other 6 brothers and sisters for dismissal. And I'm just like, whoa, like, that's too many kids for you to like, so it's just, I see it all the time, or, I don't want to be a parent when I grow up, or conversation I hear, because I'm just taking care of,
Yeah, you already have, like, they already have their kids. Because that's what happened to me. Like, I always tell people, once I hit, like, 13, because I have 4 other siblings, plus I help with my nephew, and I was always babysitting, I would tell them, like, when I get older, I'm not having no kids. Like, I'm going to be the fun aunt, the one that you can come visit, and then you go back to your mom. Because it's definitely, like, overstimulating. You kind of, like, don't enjoy your childhood, so then when you get older, you're like, no, I want to be able to enjoy what I couldn't enjoy when I was younger.
Right, and the cycle continues. I see it all the time. The cycle continues, and it goes from parents not wanting to like really parent, then grandparents don't want to be grandparents don't want to be grandparents either. I remember every Friday, I would go to my grandma's house, and I would come back Sunday. And I would go to my grandma's house every Friday, and my grandma would cook. My grandma's house was the spot. You got food, you get to be on TV all day, because at home, it was very disciplined. Grandma was the fun.
Yeah.
Kids don't know what that is. Sometimes grandma has to
be the disciplinarian.
And I've seen it many times where it's like, I'm telling my daughter, I don't know what she's doing, Miss Rodriguez. I'm so sorry. Because I can't get in contact with mom. So it's like, I got to call the other next contact. So it's just like parents, and I don't know if it has to do with anything like with the economy or whatever, but it's not the same. Education, parenting, it's just different.
Well, and education is also being cut corners, because now, I know people that are teachers, and they talk about this often, is that sometimes they're dumbing down the information so that they can hit those marks, like you said, because it's all about numbers. It's making sure that you're getting a large majority to be able to pass like those task tests and all of those things. So they're kind of lowering the kind of
standards.
Yeah, thank you. The standards of education for these students.
And I think also with like AI, like, they have AI, they have ChatGPT, Google, things that we didn't have growing up, they have it. So it's like they don't really need to learn like they used to have to learn. Because they have their computer with them. So if they are doing the test, they can go to Google, they can do ChatGPT, it's easy for them just to plug in the information and get the answers rather than them actually having to learn it. And one thing that I did want to ask, because I feel like with kids, a lot of them that don't have that love or that support at home, what is something that you think every child should hear, whether or not they come from like a good background or even like that tough child who has to take care of her younger sibling or his younger sibling and be that parent figure at home when mom or dad isn't there?
Right. So some of you know that I came from foster care. So being a teacher, I have learned, because I had one guidance counselor that was there for me, is kids need to hear that I love you. You got this. You are strong. You can do this. Yes, this is hard, but we still got a job and you got this. And by the time you come out, everything's going to be okay. Okay. Like, I love you. Not putting so much pressure, reminding them that you love them, hug them. Because it releases, that happy hormone, like hug them. Sometimes kids just want to be hugged. I don't have behaviors in my classroom, maybe that first week. After that, building relationship, even with the bad, the ones that they consider bad. They're just very active. Or like the ones that are misunderstood and you don't know what's going on at home. These kids go through a lot at home. I had one student, his, dad got shot in front of the house and he saw it. And so it's just like kids go through a lot, and it's like parents, make sure you are talking to your child and you're asking them at the dinner table is where everybody needs to have a conversation. Nobody should be, I'm not telling you how to run your household. Nobody should be in their rooms, on their phones, eating their food. The dinner table is for y'all to have those conversations on what happens at school, what happens, how they feel. And my foster parents did that with me as a teenager. And it literally grew my bond with them. I went to them for everything. I didn't keep stuff that happened. So definitely conversating with your kids more and telling them that you love them. Because they tell me, like, there's some kids that be like, well, Miss Rodriguez, can you be my mom? And it's like, what about your mom? It's like, eh. And it's just like, huh? Like, it's like, I remember I used to be like, I want to go with my grandma. But no, some kids, you can see it in their eyes.
I really think that that's what we're lacking. And I think that the behavior that we're seeing in a lot of kids, the way that they speak, the way that they handle, different kind of conversations, is speaking to those traditions that we once had in the past, not being present in today. As you were just saying, Yaz, it's just like we don't have those conversations at the dinner table. So the kids have to act out in other ways, and they're finding that the only time that they get attention from their parents is when they're acting out in school, is when they're doing things that their parents can relate to. Oh, they're doing the cute TikTok dance, or they're doing this thing that the parent is watching on social media, that the kid is now watching on social media. So the kid says, well, this is how I can bond with my parents. And so that, I think that's where we're losing that kind of tradition, and we're losing that kind of childhood. So we are going to have to wrap up the show. Yeah. But do you have one last piece of advice for maybe we have a mom, we have a teacher watching right now that is just saying I'm about to go back into school, my kids are going to go back into school. What's one piece of advice that you could offer them?
Yeah, for sure. One piece of advice is if you're a parent, take it day by day. We are too hard on ourselves, and being a parent is not easy. I promise you, a lot of the times kids in their head, they're like, this is the best mom and dad ever. And we're just like, we're doing so terrible. But don't be hard on yourself. Take it day by day, and don't let anybody else tell you what works for you. And also, if you're a teacher, we got this. I'm back on Monday for PD. Am I ready? Do I have a choice? Don't overstress it. Don't let, leadership stress you out. You go in there, you own your classroom, you do what you need to do, and go home. Don't bring no work home. It's my 6-year teaching. Don't bring no work home. Enjoy your life at home, and try to have joy in the chaos, because it's always going to be chaotic. So. Yeah.
When you can find the joy, you can deal with the chaos a little bit more. All right, well, just give our viewers where they can find you if they want to follow along with your story and everything that is going on in your life. Just give our viewers your information.
Yes, for sure. So you can find me on Instagram, Yazmelin, YAZMELIN X3. And then you can find me on TikTok, Yaz Rodriguez. And then also Facebook, but really TikTok and Instagram. You can definitely follow me there. Yaz Rodriguez is how you would find me. So.
All right, Yaz. Well, thank you so much for joining us back here. It was a pleasure having you on the show and just getting your perspective on this conversation. I know that you've definitely given some great information for all of us to think on. Well, viewers, I hope you enjoyed this interview and you got something out of it. We're going to take a short break and we'll be right back.
Hear from strong women who are crushing their goals, overcoming challenges, and living their best lives. You won't want to miss a single empowering minute. Stay tuned and join the movement.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
Join the conversation, breaking the silence.
Thank you again, Yaz, for joining us in this show. I loved everything that she said, her perspective on things. And it's such a unique perspective, because not often do you find somebody who's both mom and teacher. And then the thing is that she's, usually when you're a teacher, you take care of one group of children, but she gets to see from first grade all the way up. And if she's been in there 6 years, then that means that her first graders are now sixth graders. So she gets to see what a big difference that is. So for our viewers, if you also want to be a viewer joiner of the program, go ahead and scan that QR code. That is there on your screen. It'll take you to our Instagram page where you can leave us your thoughts, your comments, and your information. If you want to be a viewer joiner, we'll have somebody reach out to you. But show is over. Went by so fast. All right, we will see y'all next time. Bye.